everyone, I hope you all are doing good. So welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to discuss what are the functions of a manager, what he do. So if you are interested in more videos like this on the management, like what is management and what are the scope of management, all these things, you can see my previous video. And so let's start what are the functions of a manager. So before going to what are the functions of a manager, let's discuss it in the layman language. So we all know that managers work with people and through the other people. And sometimes managers are mediators and sometimes they are politicians and they are also diplomats in sometimes. And managers are symbols for any organization for its future. So we have to categorize these things. So we can say that these are the functions of a manager. So we are going to discuss in our next slide. So according to Henry Fayol, these are the functions of a manager. So there are 5 functions of a manager, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. So let's understand these functions one by one. So first function of manager is planning. So we all do planning in our daily life. For example, when you decide to go school, college or somewhere else for shopping, so we plan accordingly that day we have to go for planning. For school we do every day. Okay, so we do planning that day we have to go and that time we have to wake up and that route we need to follow to go there, and so accordingly we decide a plan so things will work perfectly for us. So let's understand this in the business language. So planning is the process of making decisions about future. It is the process of determining enterprise objectives and selecting future courses of actions necessary for their accomplishment. It is the process of deciding in advance what is to be done and when and where it is to be done and how it is to be done and by whom. Planning provides direction to enterprise activities. It helps managers cope with change. It enables managers to measure progress toward the objectives so that corrective action can be taken if progress is not satisfactory. So planning is a fundamental function of management and all other functions of management are influenced by the planning process. That's why it's the first function of a manager. Now the second function of a manager is organizing. So for example, let's think that if we are going to open a restaurant, what we have to do for open a restaurant, new restaurant? First, we have to organize all the things, like what is the place for, what should be the place for the restaurant, the land, and what should be the people who are going to work there, and what are the materials we are going to have, and what technology we use if we are going with the online delivery. And what are the finance, what is the budget for this. So let's understand this thing in the business, how they are using it in any organization. So organizing is concerned with the arrangement of an organization's resources like people, materials, technology and finance in order to achieve enterprise objectives for profit. It involves decisions about the division of work, allocation of authority and responsibility, and the coordination of tasks. The function increases in importance as a firm grows. A structure is created to cope with problems created by growth. Through this formal structure, the various work activities are defined, classified, and arranged and coordinated. Thus, organizing refers to certain dynamic aspects, what tasks are to be done and who is the person who are going to do this and how the tasks are going to group and who is to, and the person who are doing this task, he is going to report whom and where the decisions have to be made. About this structure we are going to discuss in our upcoming videos, that there are so many structure for any organization like formal, informal. So these things we are going to discuss in our next videos. The third function of manager is staffing. We have done planning, we have done arrangements, organizing. Now we have to do staffing, like the best person at the right place with the right specializations. So staffing is the function of employing suitable person for the enterprise. It may be defined as an activity where people are recruited, selected and trained, developed, motivated and compensated for many various positions. It includes not only the movement of individuals into an organization but also their movement through promotion, job rotation and transfer and out, that is termination and retirement of the organization. So we have done planning, organizing and staffing. Now we have people. So we have to direct them and guide them and supervision them. So these are the activities we need to do. So for directing we have 4 elements. We should have these elements. So first is leadership. So leadership is the process of influencing the actions of a person or a group to attain desired objectives. A manager has to get the work done with and through people. The success of an organization depends upon the quality of leadership shown by its manager. For example, like big companies in India, for example, Infosys, Wipro, they always focus on the quality of leadership. So the second point is motivation. Motivation is the work a manager performs to inspire, encourage and impel people to take required action. It is the process of stimulating people to take desired courses of action. In order to motivate employees, we can do some attractive incentives to attract them, to motivate them. And the third one is communication. So communication is the transfer of information and understanding from one person to another, we all know. It is the way of reaching others with ideas, facts and thoughts. For a quick information, communication always involves 2 people, a sender or a receiver, not only the one person. For example, sometimes what happens, one person is only talking, another is listening, they are not talking. So this is not the communication. For effective communication, they both should talk, a sender and a receiver. They should react accordingly. So effective communication is the important in organization because managers can accomplish very little without it. If managers don't know about their employees, what they are feeling and what their personal goals, so they don't get their employee then. And the third point is supervision. In getting the work done, it is not enough for managers to tell the subordinates what they are required to do. They have also to watch and control the activities of the subordinates. Supervisioning is seeing, like monitoring, that subordinates do their work and do it as directed. It involves overseeing employees at work. Sometimes what happens, managers give the work to the employees but they don't follow up that how they are going to do it, if they are doing correctly or not, if they are doing it or not. So we have to supervision also them. We have to monitor them that they are doing the work and perfectly, and if they have any query, they can understand it from the managers. Now the fifth function of a manager is controlling. So the objective of controlling is to ensure that the actions contribute to goal accomplishment. If the controlling function is to be effective, it must be preceded by proper planning. So for the better controlling, first we have to decide what is our standards and what is our goals. So we have to setting the standards of performance. Then we have to measure our actual performance, what we have achieved, and then we have to compare with the actual performance with the standard, with our goals. Then if there are any gaps between them, then we have to take corrective actions to ensure goal accomplishment. So successful management involves active participation by managers in the above basic managerial functions. So these functions are interrelated and most managers use a combination of all of them simultaneously to solve the problems facing their companies. Like we have seen, staffing also have controlling part, some of the controlling part in the supervision in the form of monitoring. So these are the interrelated, and the managers sometimes uses all of the functions of the manager, and sometimes they use when it is necessary in their organization. So thank you so much guys for watching this video to the end, and please like this video and share it and subscribe to my channel And if you get information from this video, so please support me. So thank you and have a nice day.